Well, first, we're really excited to be here at CES, and what we're talking about at CES is really two things: our total audience strategy, and specifically the implementation of that strategy, which you're going to see throughout 2016 as we bring new total audience products to market, and really what's at the core of it, which is, you said comparative metrics, but we're using the word comparable or comparable metrics, and that's really all about creating a common language, in particular between television and digital video, so that buyers and sellers in the industry can have the same metrics when they're looking at viewership. And right now, the metrics are often different because television and digital video grew up in very different worlds, and so we're really here, and we see our mission at Nielsen to bring those together and create clarity in the industry.
So let's talk a bit about OTT, and Reed Hastings did the keynote this morning, and there's a lot of conversation about about OTT and connected TVs and so forth. Where do the metrics stand around that? And we've been speaking to some people saying that, well, it's there and it's not there, and where can we see the metrics around OTT going this year?
Well, it's still confusing. I mean, there's definitely viewership across OTT devices is growing, and we see that in the Nielsen numbers that we put out in terms of consumer viewing habits. But right now there's still separate metrics around OTT, separate metrics around pure play digital video, and separate metrics around television. And it's confusing. I mean, it really is confusing, and it's not serving the industry well. And what's really happening is it's all converging. It's all going to be about video, and it's one video marketplace, and there are no metrics right now providing that common clarity, and that's what we're trying to do.
So what are the challenges? I mean, not to get too deep in the weeds, but around measuring these TV that's not on TV, it's on TV, but it's connected through IP.
Well, there's two. I mean, first on the metrics themselves, and then I'll take the second part of your question, after. But the metrics themselves are confusing. I'm going to be giving an example in a little while of Yahoo, which ran an NFL telecast. A live stream of an NFL game back in October. I think it was a Jacksonville game. And they were proud of the viewership that they got to that game. They said that they had attracted an audience of about 15 million viewers to that game, and that was contrasted to an NFL game on television per the Nielsen ratings. And an average NFL telecast on television has a Nielsen rating of 18 million. And so Yahoo said, oh, we got 15 million for this NFL game compared to 18 million for a Nielsen-rated average NFL telecast, and that was well-intentioned, but those were the wrong metrics. It was comparing apples to oranges, and the reason is that the Yahoo number was a reach or a unique audience number, and the Nielsen rating, the GRP, is really a derivation of an average minute audience. So that's the audience in the average minute, as opposed to just a unique audience that sort of goes in and might sort of quickly go out of a game. So when we have those numbers in television, and so an average NFL game has a reach of about 45 million. And so that would have been the right comparison, to compare the 45 million to the 15 million on Yahoo. And then if you take both of them and you translate them to the average minute, the Yahoo game did about 1.5 million compared to the 18 million. So the reason I'm telling you this like a school teacher is because we're trying to create apples to apples metrics and make sure everybody understands them. And it does get a little confusing, and we're trying to educate and evangelize about that. And that's one of the reasons we're here at CES. So measurement does become more challenging as you go across platforms, and that's what we're trying to do with our total audience measurement. And it really is a combination of metrics from different places, from our Nielsen television panel or gold standard panel in television, and from census-based measurement that we are putting out. We have a new product coming out called Digital Content Ratings, which is measuring viewership on digital content outside of television, and that is done through census measurement and through a variety of partnerships, and the same with OTT. We do OTT measurement now for for clients that work with us and embed our watermark or our signature measurement. But we also are developing relationships with a lot of OTT providers to take their core census measurement. So it does get a little more complicated, but it's an imperative. We have to do it to create this one marketplace.